sovereign energy, sacred boundaries, and relational prosperity. Quantum opening your mind becomes a living altar where intention crystallizes into matter and your heart radiates the signal that trains reality to serve love. Every boundary you place with wisdom births a wider circle of abundance because the universe resonates with coherence more than volume. Sovereignty is not isolation. It is the luminous geometry that allows intimacy to flourish without self-betrayal. Section 1. Deep Gaze. The archetypal journey of the boundaried heart life unfolds as a ceremonial corridor. On one side, the temptation to dissipate your essence in pleasing, rescuing, or proving. On the other, the temptation to armor your tenderness and exile connection. In the middle path, sovereign energy rises, a state where your yes is crystalline and your no is devotional, where each choice is an offering to your purpose. The Ka, sovereign gates within you, sits upon an inner throne, not above others, but deeply rooted in service. The Ka's lover protects tenderness with grace, refusing to confuse sacrifice with love. The Pasa, magician, transfigures patterns by naming them, acknowledging that language steers perception and perception steers fate. The Kaka, warrior of peace, guards gates without wounding, taking action without aggression. The Kaka, healer, bows to the truth that every symptom whispers a request for alignment. A story unfolds in many hearts. A child senses that love appears when compliance is perfected, so the child crafts a radiant mask. Years later, the adult realizes the mask consumes oxygen and distance replaces intimacy. Sovereign energy dissolves the mask not through rebellion but through allegiance to essence. Boundaries become art, not armor, vows, not walls. The river learns its bed and thus gains force. The flame learns its lamp and thus illuminates more rooms. In relationships, relational prosperity emerges when each being keeps the covenant with the self. Agreements clarify, expectations soften, requests replace hints, and energy returns to the body. The nervous system rests, creativity expands, money mirrors that coherence through opportunities aligned with values. Abundance becomes the byproduct of integrity, not the compensation for neglect. Manda. Section 2. Scientific and Psychological Foundations, Transpersonal, Humanistic, and the Power of Mind. Transpersonal psychology honors the self that transcends biography. Beyond roles and history, awareness opens into a field of unity from which compassion flows without depletion. States of expanded consciousness reveal that boundaries do not deny unity. They give it form in the human world. The archetypes above are not fantasies. They are deep structures, constellations of potential that your psyche learns to inhabit. Humanistic psychology emphasizes authenticity and self-actualization. When behavior aligns with values, internal conflict decreases and vitality rises. Unconditional self-regard becomes the soil where responsibility grows. Saying no ceases to be rejection. It becomes stewardship. Goals become statements of meaning rather than trophies, and motivation shifts from pressure to devotion. Neuroplasticity confirms that attention is architect. Repeated focus carves synaptic pathways. The brain installs the future it rehearses. Memory reconsolidation shows that when an old emotional pattern is re-experienced while a new contradictory experience is simultaneously present, the brain updates the emotional code. Boundary practice becomes the new experience that contradicts the old fear of abandonment. Each dignified no rewires ancient alarms. Each congruent yes trains the amygdala to read safety in clarity. Somatic regulation anchors this process. Breath lengthens exhalation and tells the vagal system that threat recedes. Shoulders soften, jaw dilates, pelvis grounds. The body believes what rhythm repeats. Your rituals, therefore, sculpt your nervous system. A daily micro-practice becomes a long-term macro-destiny. NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, brings precision to change. Language patterns script perception. When you transform the internal movie of an event, brightness, distance, sound, you alter the meaning that your nervous system assigns to it. Anchoring associates states with gestures. Swish patterns redirect automatic impulses toward desired outcomes. Future pacing rehearses success, so the body recognizes it as familiar when it arrives. The mind, like a composer, scores the symphony of behavior. Section 3. Applied biodecoding. When the body speaks the boundary. The body is a scroll where unsaid sentences write themselves in tissues. Biodecoding observes symbolic correlations between unresolved emotions and physical expressions. This is not a substitute for medical care. It is a complementary lens that adds meaning and compassionate inquiry. Throat and voice often reflect the boundary between inner truth and outer speech. Chronic throat constriction can mirror a history of swallowing no, over-explaining yes, or silencing need. Liberation path, voice rituals, humming, brief assertive statements, and micro-acts of congruence in low-risk contexts. Skinda symbolizes contact and limits. Irritations may appear when one feels invaded or obligated to maintain unwanted proximity. Liberation path, renegotiating time, space, and touch, applying soothing routines while re-educating relational patterns. Gitapotas manages assimilation and discernment. Persistent tension can echo the pressure to digest situations that cross values. Liberation path, paced eating, diaphragmatic breathing, and daily decisions that honor preference. Case symbolics. 1. A caregiver says yes to every request. Eczema flares during weeks of overgiving. After installing time boundaries and sacred pauses, skin calms as the nervous system receives consistent signals of self-protection. 2. A professional avoids feedback to prevent conflict. Reflux worsens before meetings. When rehearsed scripts transform fear into clarity, reflux subsides parallel to the practice of concise communication. 3. A creative soul delays projects to keep others comfortable. Back pain surfaces. Upon reclaiming personal authority and restructuring schedules, posture shifts and pain diminishes as support returns from within. The core principle remains steady. When boundaries become embodied, symptoms often quiet because the body trusts the adult self at the helm. The cell relaxes when the soul leads. Section 4. Quantum NLP. Toolkit. Step-by-step reprogramming. 1. The Sovereign Stance Installation. Stand with feet hip-width, knees soft, crown gently lifted. Place right hand over heart, left over lower belly. Whisper a one-line vow. My energy serves love through clarity. Breathe 6 counts in, 8 counts out, for 3 minutes. Visualize a golden oval around your body, permeable to love, impermeable to intrusion. Anchor the state by touching thumb and middle finger together. Repeat daily until the anchor triggers centered confidence in seconds. 2. Boundary language upgrade. Replace apologies with acknowledgements. From sorry, I cannot, to thank you for understanding, I am unavailable. Replace explanations with declarations. From I cannot because I have many tasks, to I am choosing a different priority. Replace softeners with precision. From maybe later, to not available for this request. Practice aloud for 5 minutes daily to install vocal muscle memory. 3. Swish pattern for people-pleasing. Identify the trigger image, a face, message tone, or scenario. See it briefly, small, distant. Create a target image, yourself upright, warm-eyed, speaking a clear sentence. Make it bright, close, vivid. Rapidly swish 5 times. Shrink the trigger image to a dot while the target image explodes into full screen. Blink and breathe between rounds. Future pace by imagining 3 realistic situations where the new response activates smoothly. Parts reconciliation. Identify 2 inner parts, the pleaser and the protector. Place left palm for pleaser, right palm for protector. Ask each part, through felt sense, not interrogation, what positive intention it serves. Offer both parts a shared mission. Safeguard connection without self-abandonment. Visualize both palms meeting over the heart. Breathe until a felt sense of collaboration arises. Seal with the anchor gesture installed in Exercise 1. 5. Memory Reconsolidation Ritual. Recall a scene where your no was swallowed. While holding the golden oval visualization, replay the scene with a different behavior, a calm, brief no and a gentle breath. Add a relational repair element, a compassionate tone, a grounded posture. Repeat with 3 variations across different contexts to generalize the new code. Future pacing relational prosperity. Picture a conversation where values are respected on both sides. Hear your voice steady. See your shoulders relaxed. Receive the other person's clarity as a gift, even when it differs from yours. Imagine the afterglow, time to create, rest, or serve at higher quality. Store the scene as a mental postcard to revisit morning and night. 7. Micro-contracts. Before any interaction, set a micro-contract with yourself. 5 minutes of presence, 1 clear request, 1 clear boundary if needed. Debrief afterward with a brief note. Clarity created, energy conserved, dignity maintained. Accumulate proof that sovereignty scales through small, consistent actions. Dhaka, Section 5. Spiritual Vision and Christic Consciousness. Boundaries as love in motion. Christic consciousness radiates unity through embodied compassion. Boundaries protect the temple so that love can remain generous without becoming sacrificial. The open heart appreciates difference without absorbing chaos. Mercy and discernment walk as siblings. Forgiveness dissolves resentment, while accountability preserves dignity. Buddhist emptiness offers complementary wisdom. Identity loosens its grip. Roles become costumes rather than cages. From this spaciousness, boundaries flow as choreography rather than as defense. The sacred center extends a clear field where presence is both soft and undeniable. Your yes carries blessing. Your no carries blessing. Both tones serve awakening when they arise from truth. Sovereign energy, in this light, becomes service, feeding your purpose so that your purpose feeds the world. Prosperity enters as circulation of value. Time, attention, creativity, and money align with stewardship. The altar of daily life brightens because the flame stays within its lamp. Radiance increases range without losing focus. Section 6. Integrative Ritual, the Golden Oval Daily Practice. Duration: 18 to 22 minutes. Frequency: daily, preferably morning, with a brief evening echo. Phase 1. Breath of the Throne, 3 minutes. Inhale through the nose for 6 counts. Exhale through the mouth for 8 counts. Visualize the golden oval forming around your field. Phase 2. Posture of the Sovereign, 2 minutes. Stand or sit tall. Anchor gesture, thumb and middle finger together. Whisper, my energy is sacred and well-directed. Phase 3. Voice toning, 3 minutes. Hum on a low, comfortable tone, feeling vibrations in chest and throat. Speak 3 short declarations slowly. 1. I choose clarity. 2. My no protects love. 3. My yes amplifies purpose. Phase 4. Boundary rehearsal, 5 minutes. Rehearse 1 scenario from today's calendar. Speak the first sentence you will use. Visualize mutual dignity and a clean ending. Phase 5. Water seal, 2 minutes. Sip water as a sacrament of flow. Imagine the water carrying your vow through the body. Phase 6. Prosperity circulation, 3 to 7 minutes. Review 1 action that aligns money with meaning, a price adjustment, a creative offer, a timed container, or a pause that prevents leakage. Write a single step on a card and complete it before noon when possible. Evening, echo, 2 to 4 minutes. Gratitude for 1 clear boundary. Gentle forgiveness for any moment of drift. Promise to practice again tomorrow. Dari. Closing of high vibration. Master axiom. Boundaries do not end love, they teach love how to stay. Quantum challenge. Next 24 hours. Deliver one elegant no and one wholehearted yes. Record the before and after sensation in the body. Send one message that clarifies an expectation into an agreement. Invest 15 undistracted minutes in a creation that profits both soul and world. Activation code. Whisper 3 times, with breath and posture aligned. Kira So. Lumen Or. Ether Re. Touch the anchor. Walk forward as a clear blessing. Con amor, Andrew.